Ladies and gentlemen, Banter Club de Portugal is back. Let's go. All aboard the banter bus, boys. We're so freaking back. Uh this is the sporting that I used to know. This is the DNA of the club right here.
Yeah,
It
I was
all it
I
would
was
all
gonna say I was gonna say it's supposed to be a new era, but it seems awfully
Same era.
familiar.
This seems scarily familiar. This is Mr. Stark. I don't feel so well territory. I'm joined by two of my lovely co-hosts after two very, very depressing. It's been a very depressing like week and a half. Not even, or just depressing week. We've barely been a week into the Joao Pereira era. I'm joined by Sam, as always. Sam, how you doing today?
Yeah, I mean, I was good until about maybe 2.5 hours ago, potentially. But yeah,
That hawk
like I
to a
said,
coin drop, man. It killed you, didn't it?
just this week
That
in
was the
general.
first
First,
blow. Yeah, and
That's the
then
first
and
blow for the gang
this was the
today.
straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, we'll
But
never financially recover from this.
yeah, I know we'll talk about the game in probably a few seconds, but by far the worst 90 minutes I've seen from Sporting in
A long time.
at least 4 years now.
Yeah, that was probably the worst 90 minutes I've seen from them since Saturday.
Very
It was
true.
not great. I'm also joined by my main man, Chris. Chris, how you doing today?
yeah, I mean, we're pretty fresh on this latest horror, like I don't know, 20 minutes or so ago.
Barely, yeah.
So it's still a pretty fresh wound. It's still bleeding actually. So
We're not even dead.
not the greatest. The Joao Pereira era is over. Like it's fried. I don't know how it can recover. It'll be interesting to see if it actually officially ends or if they just keep rolling with it. The January transfer window looms. A lot of uncertainty. And it almost just feels like we picked up right where we left off with the uncertainty pre the Amorim era. The Amorim era gave us a great run of several years, which, it feels like the blink of an eye, right? It really does. He gave us such great years. And now it's just like he unhit pause and it's just like resume where we were. So yeah.
They lost. They're gonna blow a 2-game swing in less than a week. I just want everyone to know that. What was a 5-point gap this time last week is going to be probably tied with Porto and probably going to be like 2 points ahead of Benfica, who will have a game in hand. So this team might be cooked. This is rough. Follow the boys as always, as we've seen down below. Follow Danny, who couldn't be here today, just busy with work. Most importantly, follow us AT Alvalade on social medias. That's where you can find the latest news that we report, rumors, and general just gripes and grumbles as of late. We'll get into the game. Sam, do you have the goal pointer, or shall I be pulling up goal point?
I've got it up. Don't you worry.
Oh, he was like, I've got it. Don't worry. We have a lineup as follows. Vlad Kovacevic. I got some beef with you. We're going to get to that in a minute.
By the way, the Bragança pot position floating midfielder winger.
Not it.
Didn't work. Did not work.
Nope. Center backs of Ignacio Diamande and St. Just, who actually made it, to not getting hurt. Good for him. Hulman, Morita, midfield, Jenny and Mateus Rice as your fullbacks. Trincao, Jokeres, and Bragança as your forwards. Jokeres with a goal off the penalty kick. This team just finds new ways to define disaster class, don't they? I'll start with Kovacevic and I'll pass it off to one of you guys. I've never seen a 6'4" geezer make himself look 5'6", 5'7", like
how has he got a better rating than Moreirense's keeper? How does that make any sense?
He looked so small in his net. He gets caught flat-footed. He looked like Adon out there. He looked like the worst parts of Adon today.
It was getting to the point where actually, like, the way I evaluate like a good goalie is like, is he going to do you favors, right? Like,
is he going to help you out when you need it?
Yeah, not only is he going to do this, like, now is he not going to fuck up, but every now and again, he's gonna actually like save your ass.
Yeah.
And he's just never gonna save our ass, and he's going to fuck up. So bad on both fronts.
At least Adon every once in a while would pull out "I'll save your ass." He doesn't.
Yeah,
even
in like
that.
the 2 years before the last year, he did do that.
But like this was brutal. He was awful this game. He's
never had a good game for Sporting. Has he ever had a good game?
He was voted man of the match by the fans at Sport TV. Look at what I'm sharing.
Man of the match by
hero of the public.
Hero of the public. The public should be ashamed. They should be ashamed of themselves.
That's actually pretty funny, at least.
That is, we're full banter era. This is what's going on.
What a goal point give him. I mean, he got like a 5. I don't think it was the best, but
no, but like, man, he looks.
I've also seen worse from him, but like, dude, like they had 2 shots and they both went in.
Well, like that's the thing. The first one, it's a great header. I don't want to take anything away from the header, but he like almost retreats back into his net and he makes himself so small. He gets nowhere near. I'm like, my brother in Christ, you are 6'3", 6'4". You are not built like me, 5'7" on a good day. You should be at least getting close to that. And then the second goal is at his near post.
Yeah, the second goal was a comedy of errors from multiple people. But then again, dude, if you're just like paying attention, you can still save it. But
Jenny throws it to nowhere. And then I don't even remember who the ball was going to. Just decides I don't want to move towards the ball.
I think it might have been Diomande, who I fucking was getting infuriated at today, honestly.
They let the Moreirense player come in just like he owns the place. Like that's his ball.
I mean, decent little hit, a first time. But like, it's not upper 90 or anything. Yeah,
it's near post. It's not got that much power. It's a savable shot, and he's again nowhere near it.
Yeah, crazy, dude.
Like, bro, it is comical how bad he was on those 2 goals. He looked so out of place. He looked like he wanted to be anywhere else.
Did not really feel like we were losing. It's like, wow, how are we losing this game 2-1?
I thought they were gonna get another one before halftime when it was 2-1. I thought they were gonna get another one before half. It was awful.
What did you think? I honestly thought it was kind of sad. I felt like Gyökeres was diving today.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the first time that, like, I mean, sometimes I feel like we slated Paulinho for opting for the dive, right? Because he didn't trust his finish, right? So he opted for the dive.
But this was Gyökeres opting.
So it's like, is his confidence down a little bit? Like, is he just like? It's not a good indication to me that he was seemingly diving multiple times.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It was rough. My other low lights was Braganza in the pot position. This was not the game to experiment with that. I'm sorry. You experiment with that in like a toss of the Liga game against like some team you never heard of. You don't experiment with that.
Dude, also I was reading in the papers this week. Sorry to interrupt, Rich. Maxi Virujo going to move forward and play in the wing role. Also, Marcus Edwards is going to start.
He didn't even play.
Oh, no, and then neither of those things happened. Who are your sources, guys?
So not only did Maxi barely play, he just didn't play up front. Like this was brutal.
We are not utilizing him well at all, bro.
No.
He is a world-class fucking player, and we are not utilizing him well at all.
It's shocking. This was Jesus Christ.
Dude, how many
Bro,
how many games did he last? 7?
If that.
I think so, yeah. 7.
So we got 3-4 more games.
Maybe we should hire him to replace. He's free as a manager at least.
Well, Marcel, what's Zé Peseiro up to? What's Marcel Kaiser up
to? The only win is against a team that is not even in this division.
His only win is against a team that is barely a third division. That's a Terceira Divisão team. This is rough. I
didn't really think it could like get this bad this quick. Honestly, really.
I think we all.
I don't think anybody did really, including
we all came on this show.
Frederico Varandas. I don't think he thought it would get this bad.
We all came on the show and we thought there's probably, and we all said kind of the same thing. There will probably be some growing pains. There will probably be some moments of, oh, what the hell? But ultimately, this team should be good enough to overcome that.
Why would Conceição come here at this point now?
Why
I
would
feel
you
like
come
it's
here? I wouldn't come
ruined.
here.
I feel like they missed the chance. It's over.
I feel like they missed. I feel like they missed their boat.
Yeah, like
I don't think anybody. We all said we owe him a chance, but this team has looked so lackadaisical in 4 games. They look like they have zero identity, zero fight. If you ask them to roar, they would barely.
It
be able to
doesn't
muster
help
a
that this
meow.
lines up with like an injury to like kind of the
Their
only
best
good
player,
goalie
yeah.
in the fucking system, right?
Yeah, their best Potts out.
At
Their
this
one
point,
reliable
Kalai,
goalie's
bro.
out.
If Franco Israel can't go, I mean,
Throw Kalai in there at this point. You have nothing.
Why
to lose.
not, dude? I mean, I don't think you can roll him out there again.
I don't think in good conscience you should. It's been a disaster watching this team. Like they have no identity. Like I said, it's like every good thing that they did has gone out the window. The decision making is gone. There's no fight. Like this team looked this team over the last like week has looked lost. They look like they would lose their dicks if they weren't attached to them. That's what they look like.
I feel like at times, even like under Amorim, especially this season, like
Yeah,
bro, DeBast has been. Let's be honest, DeBast has been pretty shit, right?
he's not. He's looked good. Then he's looked
feel
bad.
like all of the center backs are not playing, or they're playing worse than they played last season, in my opinion.
Yes, yeah, I would say that.
And
I'd
it
agree.
kind of felt like they were like on the big. I don't know. It was like kind of being held together barely. I don't know if like the coaching is what was holding it together. Like the structure, not having as much turnover at the wing backs. I don't know exactly what it was, but like it kind of felt like it was a lot less stable than last season, and it was barely.
You think it's just part because
sure
there's
losing
no
Kawhi
there's lot. I was gonna say no
probably
Kawhi
had a lot to do with that.
being there probably hurt.
Because dude, like let's face it, he was a fucking menace last season. Like
Yeah. He dragged.
started out slow, but like really was a menace by the end. And like starting like I don't know the fall, right? We slated him at the beginning, and then he was great all season.
Just don't tell that to GM10 Media. He's Kawhi's biggest hater.
I mean his body betrayed him more than anything.
Yeah,
a little early. But like, dude, like now, like the coaching change, and now just like the back line is just like complete fucking shambles.
Just awful.
And who else is there to blame but the coach, bro?
Like it falls on him.
It's the same fucking players. And it's completely shambolic. Like it was being held together with fucking rubber bands and paper clips
Scotch
before.
tape.
But dude, I mean, now that just completely gave out. Like I don't know. Diamande has like no confidence. Like Inacio's like the only one who's like passable, and even he is like
questionable.
Kind of had some injuries this season. Like not good.
Gotta wonder what Ja Rule makes.
Carter has definitely kind of slowed down as well.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
You got to wonder.
Burst onto the scene as a super sub, bagged some goals,
suddenly.
but like his last 3 cameos have been pretty.
I also just don't think he's been put in at the best.
Yeah,
time.
It's like, all right, we're losing, bro. Go change the game. Like
go
that's
do
a
something,
big ask,
and it's
man.
not even like right at halftime. It's like, oh, there's 15.
Yeah, it's like you have 15 minutes,
something.
bro. Go change the game. Like that is a big ask for sure. But
like even just the timing of the subs is so jarring and off.
The double center back sub against Santa Clara was
fucking diabolical.
Yeah, dude,
and we still had one sub left.
The subbing is just like I have no idea what. Like I want to change players, but I have no strategy to get there.
You know what he was doing?
He don't know how to use the sub windows properly. Insane.
He's doing what you do in FIFA Career Mode. You're just subbing the guys who have no stamina left. That's what he was doing. He wasn't doing anything tactical.
But I feel like he's not even using the windows properly.
Bro, double center back subs 1-0 down at home was fucking diabolical moves.
I mean, he made another center back sub today.
Yeah.
And to be fair, like like that, I guess as far as like performance went, like was warranted.
Yeah.
But still. And then it was just like, okay, just throw people forward, just throw on attackers, fuck it,
and hope.
And it didn't work at all.
No,
The best chance was
throwing
like
stuff at the wall.
the best chance was like a fucking like impossible volley. That Kevin actually made a decent save on, but like, come on, it wasn't really gonna go in, you know.
Sam, we've taken up a lot of time. I need to hear what Sam Fonseca, our fearless leader, has to say here.
What is there to say apart from what the fuck did I just watch? Vladan Kovacevic is by far, you know what? Diogo Pinto had better performances than him. In the 3 games he played, I would say he showed more than Vladan Kovacevic has in the games that he's played.
If we ignore the Porto game, yes.
5 million just straight down the drain.
Straight.
Even in the Porto game, the Porto game he was down. He had 10 men. We got Jerry St. Just sent off. This game, Vladan has no excuse. The second goal, in all fairness, Jenny is the one who gives the ball away. I think it's St. Just is slow to get to it. It's a comedy of errors. But a goalkeeper should be saving that anyway, regardless. I don't care what level you are. If it's Franco Israel or Vladan Kovacevic, whatever. And the thing is, we have 2 goalkeepers that wouldn't start in any other top 4 Portuguese league team. I do like Franco Israel, but at this level right now, he's not ready. It's facts, unfortunately. Yeah. You look at Porto, they've got Diogo Costa. They've even got guys like Claudio Ramos, who's a good serviceable goalkeeper. Samuel Portugal is also a good serviceable goalkeeper.
There was better goalies available in Portugal they could have bought for the same price, if not cheaper. I said this last show.
Everyone knew that we needed a goalkeeper to replace Dan, and getting someone, no disrespect, from, was it the Polish league, from Rakow? Is that where he came from? I think?
Yeah, Rakow, Częstochowa. Well, because we played against them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
And we scored against them twice, I'm pretty sure. We scored like maybe 3
or 4 goals. We won those
games. I think we took 6 points from them, if I'm not mistaken.
We won both those
games. I think we drew one because Gyökeres got sent off in like 8 minutes or something like that. Was that game?
Yeah.
I think he
or was
did.
That might have been Stromgras.
That might have been Sturm.
No, we definitely took 6 from Sturm, I'll be honest. So
yeah, so it must have been Rakow.
Yeah.
I'll Google that while you're on the case. I'll let you know in a minute. You keep going.
I mean, yeah, I won't shit too much on Kovacevic, but one thing that annoys me when I've played football, when I watch football, is when goalkeepers start moaning to the centre-backs after they've done something stupid. And he does it all the time. It really annoys me.
Game.
Why are you shouting at Diamonde and Inacio when it is clearly your fault? The second goal, like I mentioned, fair enough. Shout at Jenny, shout at St. Just.
Mm-hmm.
But the first goal, he's shouting at Diamonde or whoever it is when it's clearly his fault regardless. But anyway, move on from Kovacevic. Diamonde, man. What has happened to him? He lost his head this game and the game against Arsenal. In the first 3 minutes against Arsenal, losing his head, getting a yellow card, and was awful for the rest of the game. There was this one bit. It was in the first half. The guy, I think it's Madsen on Moreirense, is just running out of bounds pretty much, and Diamonde just pushes him over for no reason. They don't score off it.
Dude, you know what I thought? I thought that he was intentionally trying to stop the game to give the chance a chance to look at the VAR.
Yeah.
But the ball was already going out of bounds anyway, so he absolutely did not need to fucking do that.
Also, I just want to confirm.
And also, that was not a pen. That was sad, to be honest. The Humeland was crying about that.
I also want to confirm, Chris, it was Rakow we drew against 1-1 with the Gyökeres getting sent off in 8 minutes. That's crazy memory from you, dog. That's crazy from you, dude. But yeah, just wanted to confirm that because that would have bothered us the whole show. Yeah,
enough.
Brutal.
Yeah, Diamonde again just completely just feels out of his depth. I feel when you talk about Coates, I feel like he was one of the players that Diamonde protected a bit more in a back 3 than guys like Gonzalo Inacio or to a lesser extent, Mateus Reis, Luis Neto, those guys. Diamonde just feels so out of his depth at the moment, especially under Joao Pereira. I don't know if it's a tactical change or a confidence change, but I don't know. He just seems so out of it.
He looks like he has no idea what he's doing.
He just loses his head.
He didn't used to look like he looked like that sometimes. Remember, we would always say like he's got the Frango in him, He's got like the random whiff in him because you could see it a little bit, but now that's just all there is now.
But it's almost like stupidity aggression. Like there's no, especially in the first 3 minutes against Arsenal, he gets a yellow card for no reason whatsoever. In this game, he doesn't get booked somehow. But again, it's more of the
and also
rash.
He definitely should not have finished that game. Just miracle that he did.
100%. And after that display, I probably wouldn't have started him in the next 2 games. But I don't know. But yeah, St. Just, I don't really have much to say. He was just he was just there, to be honest. St. Just didn't really do anything.
Yeah, and once he explodes in like the next couple of weeks, like there's no depth at that position.
There's no one there
whatsoever. Just all dudes that are just out of form completely.
Yeah,
and can use a little break, but can't.
On a Moreirense's goal, I don't. Look, regardless of if it's a foul or not, it's bad goalkeeping. I don't think Inacio fouls him, to be honest. It's very soft if so, but whatever. It doesn't really bother me because regardless, the goalkeeper should be saving that anyway. Like Richard said, good header, good cross. But
end of the day, defenders set pieces.
Exactly. And that's on the goalkeeper and that's on Kovacevic. Morita and Hjulmand and Braganza, I'll include, just all three of them just look, again, out of sync, out of confidence. Even Hjulmand to be the captain. This game, I was just like, he had some flashes, but what else was there? Just nothing. Not consistent at all. Morita as well. Braganza, fair enough, out of position, you can forgive. But Morita and Braganza, I just felt like were just awful. Their final delivery, especially Braganza, how many shots did he take outside the box that didn't even go on target?
Didn't even register.
Also,
like, why?
Trincao needs to be shit on as well, dude.
Yeah, he was
last
not
2
great.
games. I mean, we're talking about the last 2 games right today on this show, but like, dude,
yeah,
25 turnovers between the two of them, more like insane, man.
Yeah, it's just I feel bad for Braganza because he's obviously supposed to replace Pedro Gonzalez, and I don't think anyone replaces Pedro Gonzalez. I tweeted earlier that it's like when Arsenal don't play Odegaard when he's injured. I'm not saying they're similar level of players, but in terms of impact to the team and quality to the team,
you notice when he's not there.
Correct. And maybe that's what Joao Pereira and Varandas are telling themselves. Oh, when Pedro Gonzalez and Nuno Santos get back or whatever, then we can judge.
How are they going to survive another month?
Like you're gonna be fighting a relegation battle to keep this up.
There's so many more games before he comes back. Probably
so many games to play though.
Nuno Santos is out for the season, I think, but Pedro Gonzalez is back in January.
Santa Clara in the Tasa too again.
Yeah, Nuno Santos would have been nice in some of these scenarios to be just pumping balls in, but
they play one of these. They play Santa Clara again in the Tasa. Like they're gonna get fucking cooked.
And even I love Gyökeres, don't get me wrong, but in this game, he scored a penalty. But what else did he do? Him and Trincao, actually. Trincao was much worse. He was probably the worst culprit. In this whole game, Trincao, Jenny, and Mateus Reis, if we're speaking directly outfield players, awful. I am so surprised Mateus Reis finished this game. I just do not believe it. For a left back to not even complete a single cross is crazy. It's criminal.
That's unbelievable. Not even a wing back, by the way. So there was at least a cross.
Dude, he's not. There was like 3 at the end that were just so fucking horribly pathetic and like trickled through the goalie.
Especially the 95th minute one as well.
One of those, and
the one
was just sad, dude. Like, I did not think that we were going to score and tie the game. Like, I had absolutely like zero thought that we were going to do that, you know? Like, we were not threatening. But
I don't know if you guys saw it as well. It felt like every time Mateus Reis was a bit open then, it was like Hjulmand did not want to go to him because it felt like we would just lose the ball instantly. We would turn it over.
We've all
or
been
go straight
there.
to the goalkeeper.
Like, fuck. Like, my options are pass to this teammate or just try to dribble. Fuck it. I'm dribbling.
Remember, Edwards used to do it to Esgaio every single time when they played together. And that is exactly the same what happened there.
Yeah.
I won't say too much more, but Jenny, I love him, man. I do love Jenny, but this was his worst game with probably his career. He was so bad. He lost the ball constantly. He tried to do too much. And it's just like, he should have been brought off at halftime. Now, if Edwards and Giovanni Kenda were brought off last time, I'm not saying that they were good against Santa Clara, but if that's your criteria for taking players off, then Jenny and Braganza and Mateus Reis should have been brought off. If that is Joao Pereira's criteria of 45 minutes, played bad, bring them off. But still, they played till 60 minutes? And even then, it was so clear that Maxi Ruja was probably better for this game than Mateus Reis or Giovanni Kenda for Jenny. I know hindsight 50-50, whatever. But for me, Mateus Reis shouldn't be starting this game at left wing back. As a left centre back, or instead of maybe St. Just or Diamonde, then move Inacio to the middle, something like that. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So the left side was Reis and Braganza.
Braganza, Reis, and then Inacio on a yellow card for the majority of the game as well. Just
It's just
I mean,
brutal.
you're kind of fucking yourself before it even starts with that. I mean,
yeah, and yeah, I don't really blame the bench guys too much. I feel like they didn't really have much to do. Harder came on.
They weren't put in any position to succeed, anyways. Let's be real.
Yeah, Harder came on, but against that low block, and to be fair, Moreirense do play the defensive game very well. But
yeah, I mean that's the other thing is like Moreirense and Santa Clara are both upper respectable clubs that like it's not like
they're not bad. They're not bad teams.
These are the best. These are the best non traditionally big 4 or 3 whatever clubs, right? This season at least, right? So they're not like horrible, but still, I mean, it's not good enough.
That just needs to be a better effort. Speaking of effort, we get to get into another wonderful game here in a minute, which is Santa Clara. Why don't we get into that? Because no man of the match. None of you deserve my man of the match today.
What do you mean? Vladan got it from Sport TV. Hero of the public.
He deserves
Who? Who's the public? I want to know. I want names. I want to have a talk. We're gonna have an adult discussion if that's what you think.
I don't think anyone in Portugal actually pays for Sport TV. We just
I hope not. It's a rip. They have Yard Matey Plus.
So the people that actually text in to vote, how many people did that? So
how many people actually do that? Who's doing that?
No, I think it's social media now. They put the poll on
social media.
Twitter. I think
you're texting to Sport TV.
Well, respect then to the public.
No, disrespect for the public. I'm disappointed. You've let me down. The public's let me down on this day. We get into another just thrilling game in the Sporting Clube de Portugal saga. Santa Clara 1, Sporting 0. Boy, this was one of the games of all time. Kovacevic in net. Again, just a great performance from him. 5.1. Look at that. Zeno de Bas, Diamande, and Mateus Reis as the center backs. Jenny and Giovanni Kenda as your fullbacks. Midfield of Hulman and Bragança. Front three of Trincão, Jokeres, and Edwards. Chris, take it away. I don't even want to talk about this game. So I'm unhappy.
This game was a precursor to, I guess, what we were going to see today. This one was actually, honestly, probably worse. I guess from an actual performance standpoint. But at the same time, I actually thought Santa Clara played better than Moreirense did. I don't even really think Moreirense truly even maybe deserved a goal today, just because we sucked and we were pathetic. I think a 1-1 draw would have been fairer, I guess, right?
Yeah.
We hit the bar a couple we definitely deserved a goal, and then maybe they deserved a goal, but not really. So I think a draw would have been fair. This game, I was low key, I don't want to say impressed with Santa Clara, because I was actually disgusted with Sporting more than I was impressed with Santa Clara.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was I can kind of see why these lads are in 4th place. Dude, you know what the transition from defending in a low block into countering was so fast, bro.
Yeah.
They were constantly breaking out and and being dangerous, bro.
Every attack felt anxiety inducing.
Yeah, and they did it many, many times. Locked up the star man up top. Much of the same from the front three. Just borderline unwatchable from Edwards and Trincão.
Edwards could go, you can go back to Guimarães.
I guess he's oh, they're both shite. I'm gonna switch them both out and then just replace with shite and shite. Bro, I personally thought I guess the captains of this team, right, it's Hulman and Bragança, right?
Yeah.
I just don't really have that much confidence in them to be able to hold the locker room together.
Not right now, no.
Because Joao Pereira can't and won't. He's not.
That's what I was going to say. He doesn't strike me as someone who goes in at halftime when we're losing to be look, this
and loses his mind.
I can see Hulman yelling at them and shit, but are they into it? Are they respecting it?
Like
Is
if
there
the coach, like
buy-in?
the coach has got to back him up and be like, he's right. You need to do this, this, and this.
Like,
What the
are
fuck?
we better than
Like,
this, or are we shite? To be honest,
is this
like,
just our level?
Maybe I don't know. I don't know if we're better than this. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on in there. But I just like Braganza just kind of feels like more of like a reserved character, lead by example type.
Yeah.
Which is a good leader to have, but like isn't the ideal leader for this type of scenario.
You need a guy who's gonna basically scream and shout and tell you we need to run through the wall.
That you like respect the screaming and shout. And
yeah.
I mean, I guess Humeland does have experience being the captain at Lecce, which, bro, I'm sure they were in the fucking dog shit at times, in moments in the relegation zone, like fucking 10 games without a win, like absolute shite. So maybe he does have like you know, he actually is like a great person for this scenario. But he's just like, I don't know. I think it would be better if he was at the club longer, but I just don't. He hasn't been at the club quite long enough.
It's a year and a bit, right? Like,
yeah. So I don't know, and like he might be leaving at the end of the season, anyways. So it's like,
do we feel?
I don't know, man.
Do guys just start to check out?
Yeah, I'm very fearful of that.
Because if so, then season's done.
I think Edwards probably checked that 18 months ago.
Yeah, it shows.
He's already gone, but like if Gyökeres checks out, for example, or Diamande fully checks out, like those, like you haven't even seen the worst of the Bast yet, you know?
No. That's the thing. When he's been good, he's been good. When he's been bad, he's been bad.
And it's gonna get worse, you know, if he like checks out, right? I don't know. It's
Sam, what do you make of all this?
I didn't actually watch the majority of this game. I watched the replay.
Oh yeah,
of it
I forgot about this. You lucky bastard! You got to just have nachos and Superboc. At least someone was having a good time.
Yes, there's a restaurant in King's Cross called Tia Rosa. It was a very nice Portuguese restaurant. Enjoyed it. Met my cousin from your hometown, well, home country of Canada, Richard.
Whereabouts in Canada? Right north.
Don't put me on the spot, man.
Okay, I apologize. I didn't mean to. I thought maybe he's from this place. It's okay.
Yeah, shout out Jordan. He's actually one of the assistant managers for Halifax FC in Canada. If that helps.
For the Wanderers, nice. My friend.
So probably around there. We're guessing.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to ask you now. I'll be like, yo, does he know a dude named Grant? Because that's my guy. He works merchandise at Halifax. Okay, carry on. We're getting sidetracked.
I will ask. But if you're watching, shout out Jordan.
Jordan.
But yeah, from what I saw, because I feel like when you watch a game in the moment, it's much different. Like I knew the result going into watching the highlights of it and watching it again. So, I mean, nothing shocked me, I suppose, and it just looks like a team like against Arsenal, a team with no vision, no sort of. There's no philosophy. I don't see one. I don't see what the actual vision of this team is. Are we going through the wings? Are we going through Gyökeres? Are we going through the wingers? What is the plan? And
there's not even Crucible, bro.
There wasn't Crucible. You're right.
Even in the game just gone against Moreirense, I was pleading with them to cross the ball at some point.
Yeah, I would have taken Crucible over just fucking no chances being created whatsoever.
It's worse when they're on the attack and they're like, okay, let's just go back to the centre backs. And I guess sometimes that makes sense, right? If you don't have an opportunity, go back. But when you're losing and you do that, that just pisses me off, and I hate it so much.
Yeah,
and Sporting have done it so many times under Joao Pereira. But with Amorim, if they did it was like, okay, he's cooking up something here.
He's trying something.
Yeah, man. The thing is, with Joao Pereira, I do love him. I love him as a player. I don't feel like any of this is really his fault. He was thrown in a position that he wasn't going to succeed. And if someone came to me and said...
He was put in a position to fail with hindsight. If
someone came to me and said, do you want to be the Sporting manager? I was like, yeah, sure. I'm probably not going to do well, but, I'd take it. Yeah, exactly. But I just think he's been thrown in at the deep end, trying to fill the boots of Ruben Amorim. And let's say if Randa says, Joao Pereira is an interim manager or we look for someone better, you can forgive these sorts of results because he's an interim. But they put the plan
but then you're like, dude, what are you waiting for?
What are you waiting?
Bring him in.
Who are you getting?
Exactly.
Because nobody's coming.
Yeah, but nobody's coming. And
unless you're willing to pay out the nose now, like
exactly. But that's what we should. Because I'm in two different minds. We should have done that, but at the same time, I said, give Joao Pereira a chance to let him.
We all did.
He got his chance.
We owe him a chance.
I think he definitely got his chance.
Yeah,
we've seen enough.
That was it.
4 games, we've seen it.
Yeah,
that's plenty. That's a lot. That's more games than some guys got.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is.
I have nothing to add to this game. No one gets my man of the match again. There's no Herói do Público for me. They're all fucking failures. You should go home and think about what you did. Go home and think about what you done. Sit in the corner. All right. So we've had some time to digest. Who do they get now? Who do they go out?
But before we even talk about getting other managers, he needs to resign tonight.
He's got to be like, look.
Do we think that he will? Do we think that he actually will?
No,
I don't think
he
so.
Won't. He should, but he won't.
Yeah. I think he should. And if he does love the club as much as he says, or if Randos loves the club as much as he says, this is not the start of a bad patch. This is the start of a downward spiral.
Has he completely cooked his career as a manager?
No, because you could say that he was put in a position too quickly to succeed, fail. Sorry, he was put in a position that you have to replicate one of the best coaches that Portugal's seen in the last 10 years, and Sporting's best ever manager probably ever.
True.
Where is the upside for Joao Pereira with someone like a Bell? You've got a proven manager who could do that, but you're bringing in with someone with no experience, with no coaching badges, and the biggest argument was. Oh, but Ruben Amorim didn't have any coaching badges.
Okay,
but at that time we were rebuilding. We did not have anything.
We expected nothing of the team. Like the expectation was like
and because because a really insane thing worked once, it doesn't mean it's gonna work again. We only sign managers without badges. Maybe we should rethink this.
Strategy a little bit. That seems a little suspect. We all came on the show and we all kind of were of a similar opinion. A lot of Portuguese were kind of a similar opinion of give him a chance. Let's see. I used to have that kit. Sam ordered it off of Classic Shirts before I could order it. Bastard. He beat me to it by literal minutes too.
You snooze, you lose.
Hate to say it.
It's time difference. Not living in the past. That's why you're living in the future. We sat there and we all kind of agreed. We owe him a chance. Let's see what he does. And we've given him his chance. We've seen what he can do. Wasn't great. His stuff wasn't there. They gotta go They gotta go find someone else. Now the question is, who do you go after realistically?
Who's even looking at the situation? We talked either last one or the one before, how honestly, in paper, this is probably one of the more appealing jobs, maybe even in Europe, that was available right now. And now it is just not that at all. It is, you're maybe entering, look at the history of this club, look at the fucking circus that it's been through. It briefly entered a period of stability, but it is most likely about to enter a fucking circus ride again. Or are you down to just be in a clown show? That's not that appealing, to be honest. To a top manager, at least.
No, to a name manager. Yeah. No, that wouldn't be appealing at all. People slandered, but I was I don't know that a Sergio Conceição makes sense. You know what? Sergio Conceição though got the best out of his teams. He didn't take shit off of anybody. Players or other
scared the refs.
He'd scare his own players for sure. Even a Bell a bit like that.
For sure.
And look, people talk about the Brazilian league and the quality. Brazilian league is 10 times more competitive than Portuguese league, and is just as big a circus as Portuguese league. I think a Bell would do fine here for anybody.
It's definitely a circus. Yeah,
it's a circus for sure. People that think a Bell wouldn't do well here, brother. He's been bred for this. What do you mean? He coaches one of the biggest teams in Bransil, which is a fucking circus, is 80 times more competitive.
It's about to be the perfect time to leave because he's about to miss out on the title, right?
Season's
narrowly miss out on the title. Great season, great run. It's a good time to leave.
Oh, unbelievable run that he's had there.
Why would he do it now? Just stay there. It's much better there.
Stay there, and he'll be paid, right? He's getting dinero, he's getting money, but they need to do something. They can't let this continue. This is This was bad. This was shambolic. This looked like a totally different club.
But at the same point,
3 weeks ago.
Just to go off something you said about Conceição, I do rate Conceição as a manager and a man manager, but it just wouldn't work. I just don't think it would work. I think there's too much bad blood between Varandas and Conceição that both of them have to put their both have massive.
They need to put some. They need to put
some. He would have to come. Like the only way he'd come in would be like, all right, bro. Like I see that this shit is like kind of fucked up. I'm just full control. You know, like
you gotta let me have the.
You gotta let me do this because if you want it fixed, I'll fix it. But like you have to let me fix it.
Yeah.
Is he willing to do that? I
doubt it.
Yeah, and everyone used the excuse. Yeah, he said he loved sporting when he was a teenager. When he was since he was a kid. He has made those Porto players at the time hate sporting, and look at the brawls we had when it was Ruben Amorim versus Sergio Conceição. There were the chairs thrown, fist thrown, everything. Like,
yeah, but can I offer you a counter?
I've actually probably never seen anyone have more unhinged touchline antics. I'll be honest. Like he's run on the field multiple times.
Yeah,
I've never seen that from like almost.
Can I offer you one counterpoint, Sam?
Go for it.
Think of the content, though. Thinking of content.
True, but at the same time, it's when you look at the players that play for Sporting, especially the longer tenure ones like Ignacio, Mateus Reis, even Gyökeres and Hjulmand, I guess, from last year, they don't like Conceição, and it's clear they don't like Conceição. So you're going to tell me Conceição's going to come in and say, you know what, forget all about that, and I'm going to coach you now.
Just kidding, bro.
That's not going to work.
Hello, JK.
I was just kidding.
It's just a prank, bro. He's just going to come up
and it also, look at the similarities between Conceição and Jorge Jesus. It's almost identical. Bringing a manager that won many trophies with a rival and bringing him in at probably the highest salary.
Who was a Sportingista, like deep down. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah.
All right, well, then go for a bell.
And also, last Varandas, when he used to talk about Bruno Cavallo, that was his like number one talking point was about Jorge Jesus, and look how much that even though he tried to hire him again in after he left, but hiring Jorge Jesus did set us back a few years, unfortunately. And you could argue 15-16 we should have won if not for other things that happened, and maybe, but at the same time we did drop a lot of points with Jorge Jesus, and he made a lot of awful signings. And to me, I think he's probably got the same personality. Maybe Sergio Conceição's a bit more fiery, but I just don't think it would work.
I think that's why I've always leaned more towards Abel, because at least he knows the club. He's got that fire in him, but he doesn't quite have the psycho antics that Sergio Conceição is prone to. Whatever the decision they make, I don't think you can, in good conscience, move forward with Joao Pereira, though. I'm sorry. We don't overreact on this show very often. We can count on like our hand, like how many times we overreact on this show. They cannot continue like this. This is setting yourself up for disaster upon disaster.
But at the same time,
so you can still maybe salvage second the champion. Yeah. Like you're about it. If you keep it, you just throw it.
You keep it up. You're just gonna hope you win the Mickey Mouse Cup and maybe make
all
another
before
run in
the end of the calendar year.
But at the same point, is Frederico Varandas going to say, "Look, the guy who I personally handpicked to take over Ruben Amorim, the future of this club, is he going to sack him 4 games in?
Yeah, that's an admission that I.
You know what? Though. I would respect him saying, "You know what? I got that wrong." I would respect him saying,
"Agreed,
I missed."
But he wouldn't. He wouldn't do that.
You guys got too much pride. He won't do that.
Especially because Hugo Viana is now leaving, so it is all now this new system. So there's no one else to blame now. You can't blame Hugo Viana. It's all on him,
and he will not want to admit that he got this wrong. But I would respect him more if he sat there and said, "You know what? I think I got it wrong," and that's on me.
It's the same reason why Porto didn't want to get rid of Vitor Bruno, because it's Villas-Boas' first big change as the president.
That's his signing.
Getting someone out of Sergio Conceição, bringing someone like that in. If that was another manager, I think he'd probably be gone. Or sorry, another president probably be gone.
Somebody in the comments pointed out as well, it wasn't just Amorim, the whole coaching staff left too, and that hurt because that was the whole heart of the team gone. It wasn't just the head coach. Jack, one of the toughest things that Amorim took 6 coaches with him. Like you cut the heart of the club. Those were good coaches. They're good quality. So it's not like
he even took Ferro.
You lost the entire coaching staff. Like not just one or two or half the coach staff. You lost everybody.
He even took Ferro, who was there before Amorim was.
He took Emmanuel Ferro, man.
He took Ferro, bro.
Our boy.
He took Ferro, man.
I can't forgive him
with nothing,
this.
dude.
Bro, they really left us. I'm just a chill guy, but not today. I'm not today, man. I'm not feeling very chill guy. I can't. You're on mute, Sam. But I just can't condone this.
I was just gonna say that on top of the losses and on top of everything else, why have we got to release another Ronaldo kit, boys? What is
marketing club, the marketing F's football club, like that, and it's not even that nice. I'm sorry, I don't like it.
No, it's pretty.
I like the last one, and it grew on me a lot. This one does not look good.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, you could forgive the last one because it was actually quite nice. This
is
one,
this is the shit smear.
This looks like. You know what this looks like?
I mean, it's not that bad, right? The collar's okay. I think the collar's kind of cool with but.
It looks like when you're mopping like a really dirty floor.
And it's like, bro, how many black fucking kids
do we need?
Yeah,
how many kids is that?
And as well, what is the club's most unlucky number? Number 7. So let's wear it on the front of our shirts.
Wear it in the middle of a skin. Right. How many kits does that get us up to this season? That's Stromp kit. Stromp kit. The actual Stromp kit.
Yeah.
The Toss of this Toss, which was technically a carryover kind of from last year, but it's still a cool kit. The highlighter green kit.
Pink.
The breast cancer kit. And this one. So that's 6. We're getting close to 9, lads.
Dude,
that's 6 kits.
It's just ridiculous.
This is insane. This is insane.
And now they've played one game in it, they've lost.
And they've lost.
It was horrible. Like fuck this kit.
This did tickle me. I did like this one. I thought that was
whoever did this,
that is fire. Like I would wear that. He's wearing a sporting photoshopped on the 2014 Portugal kit.
They've not even edited the patches off the kit either. That's so good. That's amazing. That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal work.
Hell yeah.
That is peak. You're going to some fair in Estrategia or some shit, and they're just selling it for €5.
Yeah. I haven't been to Portugal in 2 years, so I don't know if inflation has hit those kits,
All right, then it's €8.
Yeah,
now,
they might be up to 8 now.
I'm probably going next year. I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I see if I see that kit, I'll buy it for
dude, you have to buy it for me. Please.
I will buy it for you, dude. I'll buy you that kit. Yo, I got something, dog.
Yeah, I just don't like the kit. I know it's good marketing, whatever, but
I wasn't that big a fan of this one.
Did Ronaldo acknowledge this one? Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think.
Well, I mean, his son is on the.
His son, no, his son is in the.
We got Junior, but not Senior.
Did CR7 even reposted
it?
I don't actually know, to be fair.
I don't think that he did. I'll be honest.
I feel like if he did, the Sporting Twitter pages would have been all over that one.
Yeah, they would have shared it.
I feel like that would have been left on by a lot of
very people. Weird relationship the club has with him.
I'm just sick of this relationship. He doesn't care about this team. Stop.
For the longest time, didn't acknowledge it at all.
He didn't even acknowledge it.
It took him 3 years to acknowledge the academy naming. It's just really bizarre. Now we have 2 kits with him. The last one was CR7 brand.
Yeah, on the chest.
This one is just a Nike kit. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
That's CR7 inspired.
I don't know what I
truly
don't know what's going on. But yeah, whatever it is pretty weird.
What do you think the 3 other kits are? I reckon we have another all blackout kit again. But this time probably with a
what other holidays are there or initiatives? There might be a women's domestic violence one or something.
There could be a Pride Month.
That's
maybe.
they were a yellow band for that. So we get a yellow. I don't fucking know.
I'm trying to think what other colors we've used in the past, and obviously the yellow kit.
Yellow and
used
a different shade.
That an orange kit as well.
Yeah,
they could go. They've gone purple before.
Purple. Now we have pink.
Yeah, I could see them.
But the fact that we've had it before doesn't necessarily mean that we can't have it again, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No. Yeah.
Nothing's impossible.
But I think we can take off red and blue as.
Yeah, I think that's your safe. We probably won't be using those.
Maybe navy. But
unless we go because the goalkeeper kit's like a really lighter blue.
Yeah,
or like an
orange,
or like an orange or like a gray. We might get a gray kit for Sparkle.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
great kit to remember. Like, hey, remember when this team was actually good in like the '60s with black and white television?
Or like I don't know what color.
Like I don't know.
Yeah, maybe like a. I think it definitely a blackout kit again, an all black one.
Probably a blackout kit, I would say. Yeah,
I think that's a safe bet.
Wouldn't it be hilarious?
Alzheimer's awareness is purple.
Wouldn't it be hilarious?
There's one for you. Maybe they do like, oh, this is for Alzheimer's charity or whatever.
I just want to say, wouldn't it be the funniest thing if the last kit they release season is like a traditional striped one?
It's a green and white stripe.
That would be the biggest. That would be the most.
And then they market it as like a return to tradition, like a blast
from the past. Back to the future or some shit.
That's €90, please.
I will take $100. No.
Yeah.
That would be the biggest meme. That would be the biggest slap in the face.
There's they're gonna release one kit every 2 more months now.
They got till May basically until they have to release for next season.
Yeah.
So they've got December, January, February, March, and I would even say April to release special kits.
But hear me out. They said that when we were good. Now we're not very good. Are they still going to release these kits? Are they not going to get any backlash from releasing these kits? I know we're in 4th, but here are 3 more kits for you to have. All €85 plus postage.
Also, I wonder
€30 shipping.
It'll be interesting to track the stadium as well. Like,
the attendance.
We finally hit the point where last year we were finally getting consistently above
good houses.
40K for the first time in many seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see that just next home game. 32. Some shit like that. That's when you know we really are back,
Yeah, when we're getting
27.
When we're getting
shit like that.
Sub 30K or sub 35K attendances on the regular. It's rough out here, man. I don't like it. I want to get off this ride.
Just to make your ride a little bit worse, he's now got a record of matching Leonard Pontes as being an awful manager.
I forgot Leonard Pontes existed. I tried to erase that from my memory.
He was the Kaiser caretaker manager after
he was the Kaiser. He was post Kaiser ball. That's right. Oh my god.
Wasn't that? He was post. Was he not post
Sealish? I thought it was pre-Sealish.
I thought Thiago Fernandez was after Kaiser. Or am I wrong?
I thought Thiago Fernandez was after.
Oh yeah, you might be right. And then Ponce was Ponce pre?
No, wait, no. You're right. It was Pizarro, Thiago Fernandez, Kaiser, Ponce, Sealish, and then we didn't have anyone.
Yeah,
we had Ferro maybe, and then Amorim.
No, and then Amorim.
Ferro.
That feels like so long ago.
Yeah,
and we're back.
He could break a record. We're back. It might be 4 by the time we get to.
What's their next game? Is it a Champions League game?
It's Club Brugge away.
On Tuesday the 10th.
Oh my god! I don't even know that I'm gonna want to watch.
It's a 3-0 club.
That's that's got 5-0.
It's actually it is a hostile atmosphere as well.
Oh yeah, they've got a fun fan base. They're gonna
stadium is
alive.
Nothing. I mean, in theory, tonight was a somewhat hostile atmosphere, but nothing compared to what they're going to.
Oh no, they're gonna get eaten alive in Belgium. Are you kidding me?
Man,
this team folds like a cheap hooker.
Yeah,
you can't.
They're not replacing him, so it's all right. You're going back to the drawing board, bro.
They folded against Moreirense like a cheap hooker. They're gonna get absolutely battered in Belgium on Tuesday.
And then home against Gil Vicente. And then Benfica.
Oh my god!
And then Victoria, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
they still have 2. They still have 2 more. Oh my god!
And then after that, it's the Taça de Liga, the second week of January.
Oh, we don't really even care shit about Taça Liga.
The last Champions League game. So I mean,
that's the only trophy we're gonna win.
It could all be over.
We're
by
still in the
January.
We're still in the Taça. We'll probably not win it, but we're in there.
About 1 month from now.
Yeah.
Are we in the last month of the season? I hope not.
Feels like it. Feels like I might as well. This feels like a transport. It feels like we're speed running what we did in 2022, 2023. That's what it feels like. It feels like we're just speed running the race to the bottom.
I was actually looking at that season today, and someone posted a thread. I'll see if I can retweet it on the main account of just a Dan Frango's. There's so many of them.
All of them, so many.
It was a whole thread of him just being shit. It was a great
tweets. How many tweets was this thread? Would you estimate if it was one tweet per Frango, like you're saying?
So they started with the Marseille game.
Yes,
ended,
of course.
I think it might have ended with the first game against Vizela in the 23-24 season. So just off the top of my head, you've got like Juventus, Tottenham.
That's literally a whole year, by the way.
Porto. Just 10 off the top of my head. I've only named 5, but I'm sure there's 5 more.
I'm thinking like 10,
he lost the ball to attackers twice. Trying to dribble. And got
just in that 1 year span. He even had some like prior to that year too. Like,
but it's the fact I watched that today, and then Kovacevic does that.
That should have been. That was a harbinger. That was a harbinger of things to come. That was like a sign from the gods. Like this,
bro. As like Sporting starting goalie, I feel like he's faced like 12 shots and conceded 8 of them.
I feel like his whatever his save, like there's the stat in hockey, like save
the
percentage.
Worst in like league history, minimum 3 games.
Yeah, like, in hockey, there's like the thing save percentage, which is like what your saves like thing, and I feel like his is like
you want it to be like in the 90s. His is
you want to have like anything above like a 0.900 save percentage is like decent to really good, and I feel like his is probably like 0.5 if that.
Shocking.
If that.
Get it on target, lads. It's probably gonna go in.
It's like every ball that comes to him is like the Jabulani in 2010. You just don't know what's gonna happen. You just don't know where that ball is going.
We do know what's gonna happen. He's just gonna let it in.
Well, you know what's going in. You just don't know how.
Yeah,
you just know
exactly
gonna go
how.
In. You're not sure exactly how. You just know it will.
I just don't understand how a club, has that many bad goalkeepers.
It's
even before Dan, you have Renan, you have the prime Franco Rui Patricio.
Yeah, I mean, Rui Patricio was never really adequately replaced, honestly.
No.
Yeah.
And the thing with Rui Patricio, right? At his worst, he was bad. But all these goalkeepers at their worst, Rui Patricio is still the best out of every single one of them. Which is crazy.
I would say that Rui Patricio's peak lined up with the end of his Sporting tenure. The best year of his career was 2016.
Yeah.
100%.
And then everything happened in 2018. So like I'd say between 2014 or 2016, 2018, like that was probably the best stretch of his career,
If he left after 2016.
And then he left us and he had like a decent start
sure.
that first season at Wolves was okay-ish. And then it was over,
Yeah, he's currently the backup for Atalanta, but like I said, if he leaves after
backup
2016,
for Atalanta, I didn't even know he was there.
He got benched last year by the Benfica guy. What's his name?
Miles Vilar.
Vilar. Oh my God, Vilar.
He got benched by him because Rui Patricio was so bad.
That's bad.
Vilar came in.
That's crazy,
But somehow he fell upwards because I think Atalanta are second in the league. I want to say, could be wrong. But...
Get him a winner's medal.
Yeah, facts. And he also won the Conference League with Roma, didn't he? So.
He was the keeper for Roma. Shall we? We don't have much left to go. I'll get into league predictions quick because we've had such a successful, 3 games. Share my screen real quick.
Anyone got any point? I guess Yokra as well.
I'll tell you, there were points to be had. Let me go down here. No points in the Santa Clara game. We all fucking whiffed. So Sam didn't even waste his time with that game. Smart guy. Danny and I get a point for today, a solitary point. I almost want to give this to Danny, saying he got the 2-1, but no. So I actually have to update the points for Danny and I today now.
Did Danny say what team was winning 2-1?
I assume
maybe he meant Moreirense.
Yeah, so actually, Sam, I'm sorry to say, Danny's going to leapfrog you. By a whole point.
Sporting are losing, and I didn't put a single prediction, and I lost no points because I would have lost some anyway.
You're only behind 1 point. You didn't predict anything. Like, good on you. Can't complain. That's where we are. I don't even want to predict the Brewers game. I'm afraid. I have zero hope for this game. I'm gonna predict that we lose 3-1. And I think Gyökeres maybe gets a goal. Sam, where are you at?
Oh, I'm such an optimist, really.
That makes one of us.
2-0 to Sporting.
2-0, all right.
Oh, shit.
Who's your scorer?
Oh, no, actually, sorry. 2-1. If Kovacic is in goal.
That's locking in Joao Pereira's tenure as Sporting manager, that result.
That's crazy that you're locking that in. All right, who's your scorer or scorers?
I don't want to go Gyökeres because I feel like if I want to make up some points, I'm probably going to have to go another avenue.
That's fair.
I'll go Maxi, I think.
Good. That's a good shout, actually.
And who could score? I'll go Braganza. All
right, Chris, you are up.
I'm going to go 2-1 Bruges.
2, okay.
That is so negative, man.
It's
almost like there's a reason to be.
It's not good, dude.
It's not looking good. It's
goal,
not looking good,
own goal.
Own goal. We won't even score. If that hits.
It's going to count, but it's not going to be us.
If you get that might be one of the. If you get that exact scoreline and own goal, that might be one of the greatest predictions in all things.
I think we should give him 5 points.
That would be up there. That would be up there with me completely predicting the second leg of the Arsenal tie, going 1-1. They'll win in the shootout. That would be up there as one of the greatest feats ever done in predictions in the history of predictions on this show. I don't know if there's any other news and notes.
There is just one thing I would like to share, and that is because Spotify Wrapped has come out, of course.
Oh, yes.
And we have Spotify Wrapped for creators from, obviously, Spotify. Mm-hmm. And we were a top 5 show for 33 fans, which is, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We are also streaming in 13 different countries as well, which is huge. I think our highest stream country was Portugal, as to be expected. But
really, because most Portuguese people hate us.
Yeah, well,
I'm surprised. Maybe they're hate watching or listening. If you are, keep it up. We're
That's
happy
fine.
to have you. That's fine.
Yeah. And our top episode was the Strompcast Classico to Remember with long ball football. So I believe that was 10 episodes ago. So that was when we actually lost Porto in the. I think we lost them in the Super.
No, that was when we beat. That was when we beat them in the return game. Like a month later.
Was it? That was 10 episodes ago. Damn. Yeah. Fair enough. Crazy. Yeah.
I know. Life comes at you fast, dude. It's not looking good, bro. Life comes at you fast.
Yeah. We avenged the Super Tasa. Like that was the only disappointment of the last 6 months. But we're back, baby.
We're back, baby. Banter Era 2.0 is here. I can't wait. We're going to have such good content.
But yeah, if we are on your Spotify app, feel free to send it in. We'll retweet. And if we don't follow you already, give you a follow. But yeah, appreciate everyone who has listened on all streaming services. And of course, 900 people here today as well, which is crazy.
Holy, so, y'all love an angry episode.
Appreciate the love. Or if you're hate watching, the hate as well, I suppose.
Haters are our motivators.
Honestly, still fully processing it all.
Yeah.
Hasn't fully even completely set in yet.
Yeah.
It's at a stage where it's like, I'm not used to it, but I'm used to it because this has happened before.
Yeah, it's hello darkness, my old
we had like 20 years. We had like 20 years of this, man. Like,
yeah.
There was a time, and I've said it before, where I didn't think I'd ever see a league title in my lifetime.
I thought that too.
I've seen 2. I've had enough. I've used all my luck.
He might not see it again, so be happy.
When they won that one in COVID, I remember so vividly. It was myself, my dad, and my vavooz and my vava, because they were the ones who really got me into soccer, and we all just sat there like in disbelief. And I remember turning them, and I said to them, and I forget exactly what my words were in Portuguese, but I said, I never thought I'd see this.
Bubble title. Got a title.
I was like, I honestly never thought I'd see this. The way like this came out very out of nowhere.
I gave up hope after 15-16. I think it was after that Benfica game when Brian Ruiz missed it. I just thought we would never win. I thought that was it.
And then because it was like that was the perfect season. And
all the stars were aligning, and it's like
if you don't win during the perfect season, it's like
you're never when are you ever
gonna fucking win?
Yeah, that's just it. It feels like you're never gonna win.
Yeah, and then year after year we got worse. It went from being second, then third 2 years in a row, then of course third again. The attacks fourth again, then title, and I was like, okay,
what the hell?
I can die a happy man now. I've seen one title, and then maybe we pushed our luck with two. Maybe that was it. We
got too greedy. We got too selfish.
That was it.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
we got too selfish.
I mean, there's only one person to blame, Ruben Amorim. This is your fault. This is entirely your fault. So.
Hopefully, Man U lets him go pretty soon so we can get him back.
Yeah.
You know he's going straight back to Benfica, by the way. I have got it written down.
It'll be written in the stars.
Like 6 years or in like 2 years.
Depending on if it doesn't go well at Man United, he's back.
If it goes really bad, which I'm not saying it is or it isn't, but if it does, I could see him going right back to Portugal, but to the other side.
But Bruno Lage is gonna buy some time for himself, if he wins the title. So
Lage ball's cooking. That's what we say. He's
another title, right?
He could cook another one. I do think he got unfairly let go last time. I felt like they should have kept him.
There was a point where all of us thought he'd be the next Sporting manager. When they had that, if you remember in the preseason friendly where Randers was talking to Bruno Lage, and we were all like, no.
We're like, no way is he setting the foundation.
No, he's going to win the league.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But he's got the cooking.
I don't remember. Was it somebody's grandparent or parent said that Benfica would be in first place by Christmas?
My dad said that.
Correct.
My dad said that.
I mean,
my dad said Benfica's. Benfica's going to be in first place.
Good take. It might even be before Christmas.
America Albino this Nevs might have had the take of the season right there with that one.
That was nice.
That's a fucking wild take, but bro might need to buy a lotto ticket after that one.
It would happen that fast. Like, damn.
A week. Not even a week. 1 week, and they pissed away a 2-game swing in no time at all. He was I don't know what he was on, but my dad cooked.
Yeah,
that prediction.
That was a good one.
I mean, I've got it open, so we might as well have a look at it now. I suppose.
Geez Louise. Yeah, because they have the game in hand, right?
Well, Porto will level us some points if they win the next.
Porto will level us this week. Benfica will probably.
They do go
to crazy because it felt like their season's definitely over. Look how shit they are.
We've let them.
We're gonna have the same points as them.
They do go to Famalicão away, I believe. So it is not an easy game for them either. To be fair, but you really have them to win.
And then Benfica will, let's just assume they win this weekend. They'll be on 2 points back, and then they could pass us.
They could win their game, and whenever their game in hand gets played, which I imagine might be,
which is Nacional away, which is the worst team in the league. But away, I mean, I guess it's difficult, but
they'll shithouse a 1-0 in a torrential and probably a typhoon. Probably a typhoon, and we'll all be watching. Everybody, whether you're a Benfiquista, Sportingista, Portista, or whatever, will all have the same opinion of this game shouldn't even be played.
Remember,
right now. They would be better off smashing a can of Coca-Cola.
Remember the Porto Estoril second half?
Oh
because
my God.
The stadium was broke or something.
And then they instantly scored like 2 goals. We're down 1-0. Just instantly scored 2 goals. I think they ended up scoring 4.
Yeah,
they had suspended players that came back for that game as well. I think it was Daniel Pereira was suspended.
So, I already knew the second that this game was delayed. When it is restarted, it could be on some absolute bullshit.
For sure.
So I didn't ever think that restarted game was going to be anything but 3 points for them.
No
matter what.
Yeah, we'll be watching that game. It'll be in the middle of a hurricane.
I've kind of just tentatively been adding 3 to their point total this whole time. So.
Yeah, as have I.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, they'll be playing in the middle of a hurricane, and what would make better football than what we're gonna get is they should just crush a can of Coca-Cola and shoot it back and forth in the fucking stands, because that's gonna be a nightmare game probably. They'll win the game. I think you're bang on, Chris. They'll win the game.
Yeah, and
it will
Porto
be an ugly
Sporting
game.
Fans will be watching, hoping that they drop points, and they just won't.
They're just not gonna.
Benfica play on Saturday versus Vitória, and Porto play away to Famalicão. Both games after one another, so would be good viewing, I suppose.
Tough games, I guess, in theory.
Tough games on paper, but I think they both get the job done this weekend, if my spidey senses are correct.
I think I could see Porto dropping points just because from Macau away. Maybe
nice.
Torre have actually been pretty good, I suppose, this season as well. But
Torre have been decent, yeah. They're killing it in Conference League.
Yeah, true.
So,
but yeah,
which means they're ripe. Which means they're ripe for a disaster class game. Means they're ripe to drop points at some point. So this could be it.
Yeah, good. That's true.
Anything else, lads? Any modalidades that we've missed or need to get to? I know the ladies qualified for the Euros, but yeah.
Handball lost today, but they still qualified they clinched a spot in the next round. So their last 4 group stage games for Champions League are just going to be to determine if they are in the round of 16 or if they're in the quarterfinals.
Okay. It's just to determine the seed. Okay.
Yeah. So they're good there. They won for the league. Still haven't lost.
Mm-hmm.
Futsal won yesterday for the league. So them and Benfica are both tied. I don't think the ladies played this weekend.
No, there was
roller hockey. Roller hockey scraped whoever they played. Like 9-1.
How's the chess team doing?
I haven't seen anything on it. I don't know when the months of the chess team are, to be honest. I don't think it's chess season right now.
Yeah, when's chess season? Oh boy, holler at me.
It might be more of like a spring sport. I don't know.
Who knows?
They have a preseason. They're in preseason at the moment.
Yeah.
Preseason friendlies.
They're gearing up, man. They're warming up.
Basketball won this weekend.
Oh, they did win. Okay, good. We haven't been able to say that a lot about them recently.
Yeah, it's pretty underwhelming. The experience. The B team snapped a late draw, 2-2 draw, in the 96th minute. I think it was Alfonso Moreira who scored. But
not being coached by Joao Pereira does for you.
A fringe A/B team player.
Yeah.
So they're still in decent position in the League of 3. I think they're outside the top 4, but I think they're 1 point off, so it's fine. Someone didn't Netu have a quote in the paper like 2 days ago that Joao Pereira's greatest strength was his locker room management. So
press X to doubt.
Let's see it, dude. Let's see what he's got. He's gonna need it. Yeah. Also, like, I haven't physically seen him either.
I feel like I haven't seen him at all since the presentation. Yeah. That's actually a very.
I saw this quote in the paper.
Now that I'm going back, I feel like.
But I don't know if I've laid my eyes on him. So.
Do you know what it is? It's because they keep showing Joao Pereira on his little iPad, just
looking like this.
iPad. He's on that iPad, bro. He's watching shit on that iPad.
Bro's not even fucking doing time.
He's learning, dude. Just give him 2 months, dude. You'll see.
Bro, he's not even fucking doing time. He's playing Clash of Clans or some shit on that thing, probably. He's not even playing. He's playing Angry Birds or something. Like,
because he can't, stand up like all the way. So
or he's like texting Amorim between games, just being like,
"What are you doing?
What do you think? What do you?
WYD. What you do?
What do you think about this?"
And Amorim's just like, "New phone. Who dis?"
This number is not in your contacts.
Sorry, bro. Just getting back to you now.
Yeah, hello, darkness, my old friend, indeed, Miguel. Oh, gosh. We'll be back next week, I suppose.
Probably.
Yeah, we'll be back.
In better spirits, hopefully.
Negative spirits. Or else this is gonna get very...
When was the last time we had an episode like this? Probably, 2 seasons ago with the...
We had a couple of these 2022-23 season where we felt like all hope was lost.
Yeah, that had to be...
I mean, I've had some bad games where it was just like 25 crosses, like 0.7 expected goals.
XG, yeah.
Like, there was that phase, but that only lasted like 4 to 6 months max,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not... It's not fun. We'll be back next week, though, probably after the Bruges game. You can follow us below. Follow Sam. If you're gonna put up, I don't know. I put you on the spot. I know. Follow Sam on X. What am I doing? Who's talking? Follow Sam on Twitter. Follow Christian as well. Make sure you can follow me. Follow Danny. He couldn't be here, but shout out Danny. Follow AT Alvalade. Most importantly, that's where you kind of will get all updates on what's going on. Any news and rumors that we kind of hear secondhand, we'll kind of report. updates on when we go live, when there's new content coming out, and some other cool stuff that we're working on in the background. You'll see soon enough. Eventually, you'll find out. Follow us there, and feel free to slide into DMs. We may just ignore you depending on who you are. If you're like looking like a bot, we had a lot of those in our requests these days. Just a heads up. We got a lot of bot requests the last little while, but make sure you like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're listening after the fact, make sure you like and subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're using. Spotify,
leave good
Apple.
Reviews.
Leave us a 5-star. Leave us the opposite of the review you give Joao Pereira. Give us a 5-star review on the podcast platform you're choosing. Thank you guys for watching and being along for what's been kind of a therapy session. We will see you guys soon. Peace and viva Sporting.